Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Dress for success. Put on your tall hat and rubber gloves and long gray coat.
Success requires this specific outfit.
Good morning, Night Vale.
Hello, listeners. It is me, Meg Bashwiner, the person who's talking to you right now, who also plays the role of Deb, the polyamorous, sentient patch of haze on the show Welcome to Night Vale.
Now I'm talking. It's me, Hal Lublin, who essays the role of Steve Carlsberg in the show Welcome to Night Vale.
And hi, it's me now talking, Symphony, your favoritist teen militia leader, Tamika Flynn. And we are going to be talking about an episode of Welcome to Night Vale like we do every time. And why do we do it? Because we like it. And because we like you. We are breaking this down painstakingly episode by episode. And it is great because we have a specific viewpoint because we are cast members. And today, April 8th, currently, in the year of our spaghetti monster, 2021.
Is episode 84, Pastime. Here's the description. As it originally appeared those many years ago. It's Little League Baseball season, plus an update from Hiram, an important new health study, and another edition of Hey There, Cecil. Shall we talk about it?
Let
us. Yes, let us.
So pastime, of course, refers to a basketball.
Yes.
I personally am not like a huge baseball person. I mean, it's cute and everything, but I prefer to go, like if I was going to watch baseball, I prefer to go to the field itself. That's more fun.
Right.
Right.
Going to a baseball game at a park, whether it's minor league, little league, all the way up to major leagues, is an experience in and of itself. It's a pastoral game. It's slow. You can turn and talk to one another, as opposed to other sports like basketball, hockey, or even both forms of football, where you kind of have to keep your eyes on what's going on at any given moment.
Right.
I will say for any sport out there, and I am a sports fan, so I love it. I love sports.
You're a sport.
All different sports. That's right. The more you understand and learn the game, the more you get into sort of the strategy of it. Because any sport in and of itself seems super repetitive because they are. It's the same thing over and over again. Baseball, certainly people like that is the knock is that it's boring, and it is certainly a slower game, but the more you get into it, you realize, oh, this is a chess match, and everything's the odds and calculations and strategy is constantly evolving. And I'm sure that it's no coincidence that this would have been when did this initially release?
This was March, I believe March 15th, 2016.
Yeah, so we're in spring training by then. Right now, in the actual time that we're recording this, we're at the close of opening week in baseball.
Right.
So,
yeah, lots of games have had their opening games.
Yes, we're well into the season now.
Is that well into the season, though? I mean,
most teams are like 5-6 games in. It's not bad.
I didn't know they were playing that many games a week.
It's such a long season.
I thought it was like you play like 2 games a week.
No, you probably play 5 or 6 games a week.
Dang.
Yeah.
Generally.
That's a lot of games.
I like that about the baseball schedule is that they do a ton of it. And then I also kind of like how they do it where they'll like go and travel to a city and then play like, a series of games there. And then the other person comes to their city and then they play a series of games there. So it's like they are in town for a little bit, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
Yes. One time when the Philadelphia Phillies were in their late 2000s, early 2010s heyday, Jennifer and I drove down to San Diego for the weekend. I got tickets to all 3 games. And good San Diego, at the time, famously a terrible sports team with a fantastic, just one of the best parks in baseball. And I got really good seats for almost nothing. And it was so much fun. And I look back fondly on that weekend.
Aw. Can I just ask quickly what everyone actually wants to hear about? What is your favorite baseball food? For me, it's beer. You?
It's a great baseball food. Okay, at AT&T Park in San Francisco, they have garlic fries that are incredible.
Ooh.
Really good garlic fries. But and I will eat literally anything at a baseball stadium and will love it. I also, will also eat anything out of a plastic baseball hat shaped bowl, whether that is ice cream, whether that is nachos, whether that is like
hell yeah.
just a bowl of lukewarm broth. I will happily eat it out of a plastic baseball hat because that's fun and we should be having fun.
Here's just some bone broth in a Texas Rangers helmet.
Yeah.
It's about half a cup of soup. I love a helmet sundae. I absolutely love a helmet sundae. I don't care what stadium I go to because the ice cream is always of poor quality, and then you get the chocolate syrup on it and the sprinkles, and that's beautiful. That's a wonderful thing. I like out here at Dodger Stadium, Dodger Dog is great. So are Phillies Franks. But if I'm at home, if I'm in Philadelphia, I want to get a cheesesteak when I'm at the game.
Oh, they have them at the game?
Yeah, they have. When Citizens Bank Park opened in 2004, they had a contract with D'Alessandro's, which is a really good steak place. Since then, they have Tony Luke's, which is not my favorite place. I don't think they use the right roll. Ooh. And Tony Luke, if you're listening, your food is fine. They're good sandwiches. They take a little bit too long compared to every other place where you go to get a cheesesteak, and the roll is too chewy. But other than that, keep doing you. I enjoyed your episode of Man vs. Food.
You've been called out.
But
you've been
generally, you plop me in any ballpark in America, and I want to get the hot dog because that feels like the quintessential experience.
I agree.
You, Meg?
Yeah, I could grab a hot dog. I'll grab a hot dog pretty much anywhere though.
I love hot dogs.
I love a hot dog. I like to make them. Tonight was the opening season of grill night in the Bashwiner Fink household.
Oh.
So we didn't have hot dogs. I made turkey burgers, but yeah, we opened up that grill, got her going. I love it. Love it.
So
yeah, we
nice.
make hot dogs a lot. We like to I'll go and get because we live out in the country. So I'll go and get like some weird meat hot dogs, like some venison hot dogs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they're delicious. So yeah, hot dogs are great food.
Yeah, veggie dogs also great.
Oh yes, of course. All dogs are good.
All dogs go to my
See
stomach.
what I did there?
You know?
See what I did there?
Dogs go to my stomach.
All dogs go to my stomach. Yes, exactly. Since we're speaking about hot dogs, of course, let's talk about them carbs. Okay, because you ate buns. Do you have a lot of squirrels at your house now?
Oh yeah.
Asked and answered.
What a bizarre thing.
I'm trying to segue to this section to talk about the actual show.
To talk about the actual show?
Sure.
I know that's not what people come here for. They come here to listen to us make our jokes, talk about food. But you know what? I'm here for the journalism.
This episode, there's a lot of great stuff to talk about. I loved this episode. It kind of starts with it kind of slow rolls into it and it starts with there's community calendar, there's Janice, there's Steve, where everyone's at the park, things are happening. And then it becomes this two-hander between Lucia and Cecil, although Cecil's playing both parts beautifully. So
yes.
And it's just this creepy, weird story that opens so many different doors about what's going on in Night Vale currently, what's gone on in Night Vale in the past, what's gone on with Cecil in the past. He has no recollection of playing baseball, but Lucia remembers him playing baseball. So yeah, it really this episode kind of starts out like, oh, this is just your normal episode, and then becomes like this very specific story, which I really enjoyed. I think Cecil did a wonderful job playing both parts and telling it and letting it unfold with a pace that made sense for it. So,
absolutely. Can we talk about the Hey There Cecil segment?
One of my favorite sections is a Hey There Cecil.
So fun.
Anytime.
It's great.
So fun. First of all, the payment, the currency that person was working with was null and void. I could have told you that from the jump, but I did like how patient Cecil was with answering that question, even though it was totally ridiculous. And most landlords would have, kicked you out at that point. I mean, I pay my landlords with a check. Meg, you are the landlord.
Well, the bank is my landlord.
The bank is the landlord,
right. That's my bumper sticker, too. I have that on my truck.
The bank is my landlord.
The bank is my landlord.
They take the money out of my account every month, and then eventually I'm told in 25 years I won't have to pay them anymore. So
I pay mine online website.
Oh, see,
they will not accept checks. They don't want checks or cash. They're like, we created a web portal for you. Just go here and pay. Super easy.
But
I do it every month.
That's so funny.
I don't do the auto.
So your currency is actually what Cecil was talking about, just random electronic numbers.
Yeah, right now I'm paying in non-fungible tokens. I did a tweet of SpongeBob farting on Patrick while flying to the moon, and that made me $3 trillion. So, I'm just going to live off that for a little while, I think.
Totally.
Prior to this recording, we were talking about how our parents' generation has a little bit trouble with the internet sometimes, and using the processes of the internet. We wondered what we would struggle with, and I think it probably for me is cryptocurrency and non-fungible. What's the T for the NFT?
Tokens.
Tokens.
They're tokens.
Thank you. Yeah. See, I can't even get that across.
Look, I just recently purchased, within the last year, have started purchasing cryptocurrency. I have some Ethereum, I have some Bitcoin, and I was thinking about buying some Doge, but I don't know. I was like, this seems weird. But I remember years ago, 2 X's ago, one of his cousins was current cryptocurrency. And I was like, that's not a real thing. What are you talking about? But it is. And people make lots of money doing it. I don't get it, but I like to tell people I'm really into crypto now.
You just like being able to whip that out at a party.
Yes.
Here's the fun thing is none of it has any inherent value. It's all value we've assigned. An NFT, how as I understand it, would be like, imagine if each dollar bill was completely individual, not just because of a serial number, but because it is an original piece of art that then is assigned value by what people are willing to pay for it in a bidding system. So
Okay.
each non-fungible token is completely unique, or is at least a limited run from what I understand. And that the value, like, that's one where it feels like the market could fall, the bottom could fall out of this market at any second, because we could wake up and realize there's no value, or this is the new way of establishing wealth in some form. At some point, it's either going to become like commoditized, where it doesn't have the same value it had when it was hot and new. Like, it just feels like, I don't know where this is headed, but even if it replaces paper money or the money system we use now, at some point that will necessitate that it have some standardized value to it.
Yeah, it's always interesting to look at things like that, because it's like, I'm like, oh, is this just because millennials can't afford to buy houses? They want to be able to buy something that might have a value. Like, it's it's the thing that you can spend a lot of money on, but you can't eat it, you can't wear it, and you can't live in it, you can't drive it. Like, it doesn't have, there's no service of it that it can do. So it is the same thing as like owning a stock, or like that sort of, I guess, like even with like a piece of artwork, you can at least look at it, whether it loses its value completely. If you like to look at it and you like to wake up to it on your wall every day, it has a value to you. But what are you going to do? Like, just open your phone and continue to look at that SpongeBob GIF? And is that enough? Right? Like,
I mean, I would look at the one I described for a long time, but that's just me. That's why I paid so much for it, or sold it for so much. Sorry.
Long story short, kids, money is not real, so don't stress out about it.
Yeah, just send it to me.
Yeah,
don't worry. Don't burn yourself if you have money. If you have a lot of money,
don't
send it
burn
to
yourself.
me. Don't burden yourself with something that is not real. I'll take it. Release
your burden. Give us your money.
Spend money on something you can use or something you enjoy.
Yeah.
So I can go be on Hometown, because I realized we were talking also before we started recording about the show Hometown on HGTV, which I have fallen in love with 100% to the point where I'm like, maybe Jennifer and I should just move to Laurel, Mississippi and pay under $300,000 for an 1,800 square foot home that gets completely modernized. But then I had a realization. The only way that couple is going to work on my house is if I'm on the show, because that is not what either of them does for a living. So you win this time, HGTV, but I'll be back.
Speaking of being back, Lucia, wild. First of all, I love that story. I love how it played out. Can we talk about the train, that whole thing, her being a ghost? Did they say that before, that she was a ghost?
I thought that they did. I think I'm trying to remember if they do mention that she's a ghost early on. We know that we're at the haunted baseball diamond. Yeah. Some ghost representation. But the story of how she found herself there is really interesting.
Yeah.
And the story of and what that means for modern day, because she's like, these strangers, they're bad. And she's like, I've seen something that's like this before, but this is worse. Which is interesting, and because like, what could be worse than like people on a train who literally kill you? But the thing that she's seeing with is a similar evilness, but an evilness that is worse, because there's nothing you can give them that will abate their evilness.
Right. It does end on a very scary note, and like, it's also scary because there's the juxtaposition of Janice and Steve. They're like having fun, doing like lighthearted, what would be family activities. And Janice is so excited, and like Cecil's hearing all this really scary, fortuitous information. And, you know, I was feeling my anxiety rise during this part, especially. And I think it definitely leads into the next episode quite well in that way. And even Hiram.
Yeah. The stakes are ratcheted up. The Violet Head, who's like, listen, like, this is this is bad. Oh, Hyman's like, let us out. We can take care of these people. But also the Violet Head stuff is like pretty sad.
I know. It's really sad because he's like, you know what? Like, he's taking back what he said. He's just like, you know what? Forget it. Like, we need to be together. Like, one of us, I don't know if they're being like intimidated into that, or they feel lonely because they're not really free, but their like head can poke out of the cell.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all very sad.
They're isolated from themselves.
Right, but they're not really, like, on the inside, they can still, like, I don't know. It's sad.
To me, it kind of read the, like, well, you gotta go with the family you got, even if they're terrible. And I hate that. I hate that like, that's all Violet has, is just, like, this super toxic environment that they're stuck with, and that they're in such a dark place that their ability to resist being a part of the badness is withered away. And,
right.
And if that's not a staggering commentary about the prison industrial complex, I don't know what is.
For real. And I I wrote down under Hiram, I was like, okay, Violet retracts his statements. They want to fight the strangers. And I was like, Green, in all caps, I wrote, I am being literal. Because that, I lost it. That really sent me. Because they speak in very, while flowery, it's still like violent and gory, like I will devour your soul type stuff. Mm-hmm. But then they're like, they don't understand that that's just the way he talks. They don't really mean it like that, which is so funny. And then he says, I like what they'll do to the strangers. And they're like, I am being literal. I was like, oh my God. I just like had to stop the episode. I was laughing so hard.
It's so good. What a great performance by Jackson, as usual.
Absolutely.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Speaking of gory things, the Dove ad.
Beauty so real.
Just lungs on a white table in a white room. Like,
I find that beautiful. But
it is, but like it is beautiful because like there is something like a pretty pink organs just like sitting like in a pristine sort of environment. Of course that would be beautiful, but like in a not clinical way, in like a almost like clean like display way, like as like at a museum, as if they were being displayed at a museum, not like
Body Works.
Yeah. I mean, millions of people saw that. Like things like that are interesting and strange and a little bit macabre, but like it's visceral. It is inside you and it's fascinating. You're like, so that's what it looks like, I don't know.
I agree with you. I know it's creepy. Visceral and fascinating are two very good words to describe something like Body Works and this imagery here. But also, it all makes my genitals go inside. Like a turtle, but like cartoonishly, like slamming a door behind that says, close for business. Like they're trying to fool this image into not coming back.
And haunting you in your dreams.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that in theory, we're very familiar with what a pair of lungs looks like. And we all own, at least one lung, probably. Or at least some piece of a lung. So we have that experience, but when it is presented to you in this way through this piece of writing, you learn something new, which is exciting. Which is what I love about art, is that, especially this type of art, is that it can take something existing and sort of every day. It's something that you don't think about, and put it in a new perspective on a stark white table and teach you something new about your relationship to that set of lungs and your relationship to beauty.
Absolutely. Well, right. Yeah. And what you can possibly perceive as beautiful, even if it is like strange and like your eyes might not want to see it, but it is beautiful because it is you.
Isn't that what the Dove was out? Those Dove ads. I'm like, for a while, it was like, hell yeah, there can be people with bodies that look different. That could be, we can call them beautiful. But then now I'm kind of like, do we have to value beauty so much? Like, there's just, like, can we all just be people and have the way our bodies look not be on any sort of value scale?
Like a scale, sure. Yeah, just like more of a body neutral sort of position rather than anything. Just be like, does your body do what you want it to do? Like, can you, like, are you happy as a person? Like, I mean, whatever your body does doesn't actually complete your value as a person. Like, you are who you are, your personality, your how you're able to express yourself, how kind you are, the way you treat others, and isn't necessarily the parts that make you aesthetically attractive to people. But personally, I do like it. I like it, but I do it for me. I put on makeup for me and the internet. And I want you to be like,
which is also for you. Right?
Well, it is for me. Baby, I look at my pictures and my videos more than anybody else. I'll tell you what.
I know. You do. I love it. It's one of the things I admire about you.
I'm like, let me just stare at myself for a while.
Well, yeah. Well, Symphony, you and I have talked about this quite a bit because we're both like, you know, we're confident in our bodies, we're confident in our brains, we're confident business ladies. But like you know, we wear Spanx and put on a ton of makeup and tight dresses to go on stage because that is how we feel that we can be most comfortable in front of an audience. Yeah,
that's the way I feel the most confident.
Doing that specific show. I mean, for different shows, we have different looks and different things that we do.
Absolutely.
Where, like what I'm doing in the Neo Futures show, I have a different.
Don't
look
you wear
than
like bibs? Oh no, you have that skirt.
I wear overalls. I have skirts. But yeah, for when I'm like, because it's a more physical show and it's a very messy show. Like for Night Vale, like I'm in an evening gown. Like that is the dress code for me on that stage. But if I'm on like a crusty black box stage where I'm going to get covered in Jell-O and eggshells and someone's going to spit on me, I'm probably going to wear some jeans. So, but
smart.
But yeah, so yeah, there is that thing where it's like, what is this definition of beauty, and what does it mean to have to carry that beauty? Anyway, lungs.
Yeah, but yeah. So, long story short, beauty is in the eye of you. And don't worry about it. And also, it's okay to be a creep.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's not okay to be a friggin' stranger. Those people. Okay, they were described as not human, evil.
Yes.
You know, all sorts of bad things. And then this dog. They were like, oh, the dog is. They're like, should I pet the dog? I'm like, don't pet the dog. Don't pet the dog. And the dog comes with the evil strangers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We think. Whatever. He's around at the same time. And I don't like it. I don't like any of it. So I say heed Lucia's words. We need to get rid of them. And I say let Hiram out of the jail.
Well, also, don't forget that during Hey Cecil, we have the person who writes it who's encountered these strangers and went and approached the dog. So that thread is pulled through. Really, like this, the story, the momentum of the story is woven into every section of this episode, and there are a lot of great, smaller detail. Like for me, as the guy who plays Steve, it's nice to hear like a couple details about that relationship and seeing like that stuff I can use and have used.
You can start seeing a shift.
There's a shift in their relationship for sure of between Cecil and Steve.
We had been seeing it on stage in the live shows, but like, I mean, maybe you can talk a little bit to that, like as we're seeing it in the podcast episodes.
I think there's an important detail in there of Steve and Janice playing catch, which is that, like, you know that fundamentally Steve is a good dad because he threw Kevin through the old oak doors. You know, he was protective of his daughter. Right. Being protective of your daughter and being a good dad are two very different things. So having that connection where you go, like you're actively participating in your child's interest in athletics and you're playing catch with them, and that's something that the two of you have together, that there's a bond there beyond like I want her to see the arrows and the dotted lines and the circles to like we play catch together and that's our time to bond.
And
that's
Steve was already it was already noted that Steve is a sports fan, like in a few episodes, like a while ago, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because I think Cecil was over there when like there was a game or something on, and like he was like annoyed at the whole thing that Steve was like watching the game or something.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever he was prattling on about. But I do love that like Steve is so involved with her and like is doing all these activities. You know, it's so cute. It's very cute because like she's preteen-ish, early teens.
She's 12, isn't she?
She's middle school, yeah. So,
okay. So at that age, they might not be wanting to hang out with their stepdad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, depends on the relationship. Again, like...
But it's cool that they have it, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They have a nice bond. I always think it's nice that to see Steve as like kind of an all-in step parent where he's just like, this is, you're my kid. We're doing this. Like, we're gonna, we do the baseball thing and we do this. And like, this is just, is not afraid or reticent or like have any like, well, is this my place? Is this like, no, it's like, well, we're here and we're doing this. And Janice seems completely on board with it. And it's pretty cool that they have this nice step parent child relationship. And Cecil is like there and Cecil's like supportive of it too. It's like, you're just having a nice day with your stepdad and your uncle at tryouts and you're feeling supported. I love it.
If I had a stepdad, I would want him to be like Steve Carlsberg.
Yeah.
But I don't. You know.
He's the platonic ideal stepdad.
Yeah, yes. Right?
Yeah.
I love it.
My dad was always very good with, I was never really an athletic child. But he always, he played catch with us, but also like he took us ice skating a lot because that was my dad's a pretty super solid ice skater, and so he would take us ice skating. He would take me horseback riding. We would go hiking. So he was like he was there for the
wait.
The
Jack
stuff.
is a good ice skater.
Jack is like an incredible ice skater.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What the?
I thought I knew everything about Jack. I thought I knew.
Skater,
you don't know
like,
Jack.
Yeah, he's like a hockey skater, but like great, not like could really move on the ice, backwards, forwards, like
toe pick. What's that movie? Oh my god,
The Cutting Edge.
Cutting Edge. Oh my god,
Cutting Edge. Yes, he's the Cutting Edge. Yeah, he's an incredible skater. Like
I
can
love
really
this.
move around the ice. Very, yeah.
Hey Jack, if you're listening, I want you to take me ice skating, Dad.
I want to go too, please.
Yeah.
Dad, can we go ice skating, Dad?
But it's like one of the, like, my dad's a pretty impressive dude, and like everywhere, but like I have to say, I'm very impressed to watch him ice skate. a couple years back, we went ice skating. We were in Lake Placid, and we were skating around. And I was like, it had been a while since we went skating, so it was like a little wobbly. And he was like, just like cutting the rink up. And there was like a little girl that was like, "Wow, Mister, you're real good at skating."
That's so cute.
I love it.
Jackie
many
Bash.
weird talents, Jackie Bash. But yeah, he's very like for having a non-athletic child. He definitely encouraged. My sister is way more athletic than I, but he encouraged us and made us feel good out there in the athletics.
That's so nice.
Nice.
So do we want to talk a little bit about Lucia's experience of dying?
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Was that like, okay. It made me think of when it was like the story about them.
Yeah.
Something like that. And it was with the boxes, and then they like were out in the desert, and then like the one guy like stabbed, I guess, the guy. Yeah, with a knife. It was a knife, right? And then he saw the planets and stuff, and I was like, what? Like, I was kind of screeching in my apartment at that point. My neighbors think I'm nuts. But that was wild. I mean, right? It's like planets and stuff. That makes me think of this horrible dream that I have. It's a recurring one where I wake up and I'm in my old house, like my parents' house, and I go downstairs and I open the front door, and I can see planets that are like as big, like huge in the sky. Like I can see them. They're very, very close. And the sky is like purple and pink and stuff. And it makes me think of that. What
the dark planets.
Is that? Right?
Dark planets.
I'm a
How
witch.
long have you been having that nightmare for?
I've been having that nightmare since I was like 20, 18, 20, something like that.
And what do you think it means?
So 3 years?
Thank you. I'm very young. I'm just turning 21. I don't know why I put on that voice to be 21. Like, that doesn't matter. I've had this voice since I was 12. I don't know what it means. I feel like it's always at a time of like stress for me. So I don't know if it's just like I feel like the worlds are colliding type thing, or maybe I was foretelling something with my sage-like wisdom.
Interesting. Very
I don't know.
interesting.
One day we'll find out. Maybe I'll write down my Nostradamus-like predictions.
And we'll just
and we'll
wait it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think of how many History Channel documentaries will be made about you.
Symphodamus.
Her name was Symphony Sanders. And through her dreams, she predicted our future. But what was correct and what is yet to come? Tonight on History Channel, Inside Symphony's Mind.
Oh, that's really good. You're hired.
Every Nostradamus special is like, he was wrong about everything, but here are some things he predicted that we think are kind of close to things that actually happened.
Absolutely. But yeah, so Lucia had that crazy thing happen when she died, but she seems so nonchalant about it now.
She's had some time.
Yeah.
I guess once you like leave your corporeal self, you know, it doesn't matter. Right?
And now she's sort of found her calling as a baseball coach.
She's really
now
doing
the kids
it.
aren't afraid of her anymore.
She's very helpful.
Well, she's good at what she does, you know?
Yeah.
How did she know? Wait, because like, I don't know why I thought that because the train was baseball a thing. It must have been a thing because she knows about it.
I mean, baseball's been around since the mid to late 19th century.
Invented
And
by...
generally like 1850s, I think. 1850s, 18 to 1876. But really, they were playing baseball during the Civil War, or a variation of it.
Okay. Well, and trains weren't around. Oh, okay. And then trains didn't come until later than that. Right?
No, trains were around.
Trains were out for a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Transcontinental Railroad was later in the 19th century.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. The one that goes all the way across. Okay.
Yes.
Well, but Night Vale is because they stopped at Night Vale.
We also don't know. Time works differently in Night Vale, right?
Right. I know. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Because when did they figure out? Okay, so, I mean, but it could have been anywhere also in the development of the town, because like the town was also like started by those people with the meat crowns. They were like nomad type people, right?
Mm-hmm.
The soft meat crowns. So
Right.
there could have just been people, you know, because they said it was just a field before with like, who knows? It also could have been a different universe.
Think about what you're doing right now, Symphony. You're trying to build a cogent timeline for Night Vale, the town.
I'm spiraling. I shouldn't do this. What am I
spiraling.
doing?
You are spiraling. Don't do this here.
Don't do it.
I'm fine to listen to it. I find it entertaining, but for your own sanity.
Yeah. Just imagine that meme of that lady where she's looking like really confused and there's all those like equations.
Winona Ryder. Yeah.
With the equations popping up. That's not Winona Ryder.
Yeah, the Winona Ryder looking real confused and all the questions and stuff. Is that one?
There's that there's that meme, but it is also the same meme as the lady with all the equations going on in the background.
Yeah, I can't. I was like, it looks like the lady who's Kira Cedric, married to Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
It kind of looks like her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I just pulled that right out of my head. Wow.
You're also the Charlie Day meme where he's got the like map and on the board. Sorry, I'll make a meme. We can make a meme of it for this episode.
Yeah,
put it on the internet.
That's what we'll do. That's what we'll post on our Facebook. By the way, I look at our Facebook page a lot and our Twitter and stuff. So feel free to interact because I'm there. We're there. Like I'm looking at if you have something to say, I'm gonna click like it or I'm gonna click on it. So I'd like some interaction because I want to talk to you. So if you've got
answer your questions,
some stuff, if you've got some stuff to say, I know cool people aren't on Facebook anymore, but Twitter is cool, right? We should get a TikTok. We should do a TikTok.
Yeah,
let's TikTok.
Let's get on it.
All right. Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather, which was The River, the Woods by Astronautilus.
It made me think of that this would have been a great song for the montage of Lucia. Why can't I say her name right? Lucia. Her like whole story. I thought it would have been an amazing background for that story. Like in my brain, I was imagining, like I was going over, maybe I was just so struck by also the story that it just made me think of that, but like placed over this. It was very like driving, like it was like the montage of a movie where action stuff is happening.
Right.
That's what I thought. It was fun. And the hip hops. So that was good.
Yeah. This is off of the Astronautilus is a Brooklyn-based alt hip-hop artist. This is off the 2011 album, This Is Our Science.
Cute.
And I would be remiss not to mention the scandal.
Uh-oh.
It's another one of those Me Too.
No!
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So in 2020, there were some allegations made against Astronautilus regarding his behavior towards people he had been in relationships previous with, as well as some other people. There was a online apology, just the standard online apology where you fill your notes app and you put your hat in your hands and you say that you effed up. So that was the last we heard from Astronautilus. But that's where we are at.
When was that?
That was in June of 2020.
June 2020, dang. It was a very revealing year, let's be honest.
Boom, 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 boom.
Well, I didn't like your song anyway, so bye.
Yeah.
No,
that
just
means
kidding.
less time talking about the weather.
It was fine. No, it was fine. Damn it.
Good weathering.
Why does that make me upset?
Because
it should make me upset.
It's upsetting.
It's so disappointing.
We have, over the years, come across a number of these people as the weather. This is not to hate on men, but it's never been a non-binary person. It's never been a trans person. It's never been a woman who we've had to have this conversation about. That's all I'm saying.
Weird.
That's all I'm saying.
So weird.
Not all men, Meg. Not all men.
Not all men, but...
Hashtag not all men. It's almost like the structure of our very society has benefited white men and given them a sense of entitlement and power that they should not have and have summarily abused.
What? How? That is discriminatory. How dare you say
Let me explain to you what it means.
That's unfortunate. But you know what? It was good. It was, I liked it, but I'm sad that had to happen in that person's life. So
yeah, I like the song. I think that by the merits of the song, I think it's a good song.
Yeah, song's fine.
You know where there's never a Me Too movement, but only a Meat Too movement, where you get two kinds of meats.
Oh yes,
that's the FanZone Calzone.
Oh, FanZone Calzone.
Get your pork and your beef. We're in the FanZone Calzone.
Oh, you say pork. I almost made an order today.
Oh.
As we all know, Saturdays are my cheat day.
Yeah.
And I will order my food in advance. Sometimes I'll get the hankering on like a Wednesday or Thursday and go, it's a pizza weekend. And then I will order the pizza then to be delivered. Today, I almost pulled the trigger on Chinese food. But I think I'm going to wait only because I'm not sure. I'm going to one of my best friend's homes to drop something off outside for him and to see him from a distance, even though I'm half vaccinated and he's full vaccinated.
Yeah.
Just to, I don't want the timing to be off so that the food is cold when I get home. So I will order it. Don't worry, Chinese food restaurant in Los Angeles. I will still order food from you. I know I've been keeping you afloat during this pandemic. And my support will not waver, but I have to time it out. I don't know why I mentioned that, because you said pork. This is your fault, Meg. What's our first letter?
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
We are reached out to by Katie from Gen Z, following up about episode 82, skating rink. So Katie decided to write to us as a representative from the Gen Z generation. We always want to make a space for them in this podcast because we love them and we're fascinated by them, and there's so much we can learn. Anyway, this is from Katie. Hello, Hal, Symphony, and Meg. Gen Zer here. I'm 17, and your questions about my generation's relationship with roller skating rinks were very entertaining. I can confirm that going to skating rinks probably isn't as popular as in the 80s, but growing up, nearly every birthday party was at our local skating rink, and we greatly enjoyed skating in circles in the same direction and, occasionally, in the opposite direction. It's less common when you hit the teen years, but my boyfriend and I did go on a date to a skating rink just a couple weeks ago. And let me tell you, kissing immediately after making fun of the person you love for falling on their ass is truly romantic. Also, Jeffrey, it is heresy to not like the song Dancing Queen. That song is the one reason I was excited to turn 17, to become the Dancing Queen. Young and sweet, only 17. Hope this satisfies your curiosity. Love the show, Katie. Katie, thank you so much for writing in, and thank you so much for keeping us at the beat with our fingers on the pulse of the beat of the Gen Zs and their relationship to skating.
Katie, listen. You got a new job. I know that you're probably a student. You may be looking at college. Maybe you're looking to go to the workforce. Maybe you're going to do AmeriCorps. I don't know your life, but I do know this. That the three of us who are very much not Gen Z will need a Gen Z correspondent to write in and let us know where Gen Z stands on things when we call for it. And Katie, I think that's you. I think you've become that person.
Will you accept this rose?
Will you accept this rose? Do we need to hashtag it?
All right.
17 years old.
So Katie, we are asking you to be our Gen Z correspondent. Hopefully they accept. Fingers crossed.
What a sweetie.
You know, I could be Katie's parent and no one would say that I seemed like I was very young when I had them. Like when my wife had them. That it'd be like, that would be the appropriate age to have a 17-year-old child. Anyway, I'm going to move on.
Same.
Before I start to stare into the middle distance. This is from Patrick, who wrote in saying, I wanted to ask you a food-related question. And let's all address this and then we'll pick it up. Have any of you creepy critters? I feel like that's like, Patrick, are you a morning drive DJ? Hey, all you creepy critters out there, we're going to check weather and traffic on the 5s, but until then, creepy critters, we got a question for you. Have any of you ever eaten a cicada?
Girl, what? No.
Not
Is that the only question?
Yeah, same.
Oh.
Never.
No.
I would never.
They're disgusting
thank you.
and so stupid. They fly around.
Not for me.
They're coming back, though. They're coming back. We have to explain COVID to them.
A super one is coming back.
Super.
Everything's different since the last time you were here. It's been a big 17 years.
They're going to be like, what are all these masks on the ground?
Yeah.
That's the new condom in the street, is a mask on the ground.
That's true.
Patrick goes on to say, thanks for all you do to keep the rest of us laughing, smiling, and otherwise getting through the days. Patrick. P.S. Hal, if you still have my book shreds, throw them into a flower pot or something. They're great for your vermiculture and ought to break down before winter. That's a big That's a big 10-4. Wait, copy that. To eastbound and down.
So you
Anyway.
do still have his book shreds. You got it. Because you've been shredding them.
Can I, all right. Patrick, just to be honest, and I'm going to gloss past this. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Wait, you don't remember? He was like,
This
I was
was
missing,
like
I'm missing my
episodes
book.
ago.
It
Wait,
was like
remind me. No, it's a pandemic, girl. Wait, what happened 2 episodes ago?
Wait, he said
What did I do?
He threatened Patrick.
You said that you had his book and that he had to respond within half an hour. Otherwise, you were going to shred up his book.
Oh, that thing?
Yes! You threatened him and he wrote back.
Listen to me, Patrick. This isn't over. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reassemble your book. And I'm going to make more of those books and send them to you until the very weight of all those books collapses your shelf. You have 10 minutes.
He was very nice about it and was like, you can do anything you want with those shreds.
I know.
And
I don't know how to deal with that.
Choose violence.
I didn't remember. Every day I wake up and I choose violence. Every day. I wake up, I look in the mirror, and I say, someone's cruising for a bruising.
Oh.
Because that's the one thing everybody knows about me is that I am a harbinger of terrible violence.
Mm-hmm.
And are these the socks I took? Yep, I took these socks off. I'm going to show you something.
Uh-oh.
These were sitting on my desk. I was like, my feet are cold. Look at this.
Is that a hole?
See that? That's
worn
no
down?
good. It's about to be a hole. There, now it's a hole. Goodbye, sock.
Well,
You don't win this round.
while you darn your sock, I'm going to read this next letter. This is from Josh. Josh writes, "Hello, Meg, Symphony and Hal. I was just..."
You just read that like, hello, Newman. Hello, Jerry.
Oh, maybe that's how
Sorry.
Josh talks. That's how Josh
It
talks
could be.
for this one. Josh says, "I was just listening to your episode about the Traveler when you mentioned that you think that there's some sort of greater force, which we haven't met yet, that is shifting around Night Vale and controlling all sorts of things in it, like the layout of the town. This immediately made me think of the Dark Planet that first appears in A Story About You. To me, this seems like the most mysterious narrative thread in Night Vale. And I have the impression that this planet may one day act as an ultimate antagonist in the podcast, especially considering how closely it is associated with the various characters' deaths, along with the fact that all of the stories about pronoun here seem to be setting the stage for something larger than anything we've seen in the podcast before. So, my personal theory is that the Dark Planet is the ultimate evil force responsible for much of the chaos and destruction in Night Vale. I also think that the people in the stories about pronoun here are shipping the crates with the tiny homes, and recently in A Story About Us, the corpse flowers, are servants of this dark entity, working to bring about some sort of cataclysmic event that threatens the entirety of Night Vale across all dimensions. I don't have a ton of evidence to back this up, besides the Dark Planet being super ominous and closely tied to the death and the stories about. But I still thought it was a theory that you might enjoy hearing about. I hope you have a nice day, and I look forward to listening to more of your delightful podcast. Josh Fix. Hey, Josh, thanks so much for writing in. And I don't know if any of that is true, but hey, I think it totally could be, because it is pretty ominous. And like my dream foretold, who knows? You know?
Yeah, I think the Dark Planet stuff, especially in context of this episode, I think it's just really shows off the writing of Jeffrey and Joseph, where they were like, okay, so we want to have Lucia be a ghost. We want to have her die. How do we write her dying? And then it pulls it in to it just brings back this story thread that has been kind of on a shelf for a bit and just pulls it back down into it. And it's just so powerful and just a really good use of having that card in your hand and then knowing when to play it. And it's just because you're totally not suspecting it at all. And then it's played and you're like, oh, this is so scary and it's bigger and
Yes.
that's why I'm scared of it. And yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Josh.
I was definitely feeling the smallness, which is where a lot of that fear comes from, I think. You know, like when the universe is involved and there's planetary sort of elements, what can you do about that? You ain't Bruce Willis in Armageddon.
Be Will.
Be Will. You don't know. You can't do nothing. And just like most of us, we can't do nothing about it. So thank you so much for joining us this week. Next time, we will be exploring the April monologues. So excited to do that. If you haven't already, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Good Morning Night Vale. And as always, babes, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and Meg Bashwiner. It is edited and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Special thanks to our fans who submitted their thoughts this week. Leave us a voicemail at 929-277-2050 or email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell me that you have pre-ordered my new book, The First 10 Years, which comes out May 11th and is available for pre-order wherever books are sold. Well, maybe not wherever books are sold. But if you send me an email and let me know that you've pre-ordered, you will receive a heartfelt and thankful response. This show is powered by our patrons, like Ashley Stern, Essie Michaela, LaShonda Hill, Shannon McGurk, and Shadow Side. If you are interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. Today's adverb is celebratorily. Today is Joseph Fink's birthday. Please honor him by celebratorily listening to a podcast while eating chicken or berries or Cool Ranch Doritos.